Wrestling fans, I want to thank you for joining us this week right here for WrestleVision. I'm your host, I'm Scotty Bender, and it's my privilege to introduce Sik Rik Matrix this week. You may know Sik Rik from bruising bodies, breaking dishes in the ring, but fans, Rick really cares about helping people, and here today, he's going to try to help some of you fans with some of your problems.
And you know me, Scotty, I'm always one to help people out.
Well, Sik Rik, we don't have much time, and we've got a lot of problems to address. A lot of fans out there with a lot of problems, and I know they want to hear from you. So let's get to our first question. Dear Rick, I've been dating my current girlfriend for 6 weeks, and things were going great. That was until I started hanging out with her roommate. Now I'm torn between the two of them. What should I do? Should I play the field or end it with the roommate?
Well, first off, what you need to do is you need to take your girlfriend and you need to sit her down. And you need to be completely honest with her. Honesty is the best policy. And communication is key. Without communication, there is no relationship.
Rick, I got to tell you, I'm impressed. I think that's great advice.
Yeah, that's great advice for him. But if it were me, I'd take those 2 women and take 2 more and get them in a ride down the highway and do God knows what to them. You think you got problems with 2 women? 2 women for me is a handicap match waiting for me on WrestleMania, Jack. So when you get in the ring with Sik Rik, I'm the only one that can take 2 at a time. Remember that.
Wrestling fans, you can see Rick Matrix a little riled up after that relationship topic question. Didn't realize he was a little sensitive. Obviously, his buttons have been pushed, so we are going to steer clear of any relationship-type questions as we move on here. And Rick, whenever you're ready, we've got our next problem to address. Dear Sik Rik, my son has terrible acne. It covers his face like a tight sweater. What can he do to clear up his face? His self-esteem is at an all-time low.
Well, what you need to do is you need to get yourself some benzoyl peroxide and put that on each individual pimple. After a few weeks, continue washing, taking care of yourself, the pimples will go away and they'll take care of themselves.
Where were you when I was growing up? The ridicule I could have saved as an adolescent. Oh, God.
But if it were me, I'd pop those pimples like I was taking a side headlock. And I'd squeeze and squeeze until the blood flowed freely and scars were apparent. What, are you afraid of scars? Let me tell you something, boy. Scars are the roadmap of life. You see this right here? Cincinnati, Ohio. Dog collar match. Ha! You see this right here? Louisville, Kentucky. A barbed wire match. And oh, who could forget? That one right there. Berlin, Germany. She was a tough broad. So let me tell you something, boy. If you ain't bleeding, you ain't living.
Sik Rik, our next question is a little more technical in nature. Hey Matrix, I love reading about wrestling on the internet, but some wrestling sites ruin my computer with their pop-up ads. How can I fix my computer to prevent this from happening again? Pop-up ads.
That's a common problem on the internet with pop-up ads. But there are programs such as Spybot, WebSweeper, that you can use to help remove pop-up ads from your computer and help protect it.
I think I'm going to take your advice. I am sick of the pop-ups. I'm going to do that when I get home tonight.
Pop-up ads, nothing. You out there reading the dirt sheets? You want to learn about wrestling? You ain't going to learn about it on the internet. You're going to learn about it from me. Wrestling 101 by Sik Rik. And if you want to talk about who's booking WCW tonight, bah humbug. Let's talk about who Sik Rik is getting hellacious with tonight. Because you see, boy, while you're sitting in front of that computer and you're daydreaming and putting weight on, eating PB&J as your mom brings it up to you. I'm out on the road, hanging and banging with the best of them and paying my dues in the greatest sport of them all. And when I come to town, you better know that Sik Rik is coming, and he's bringing hell with him.
Wrestling fans, we're out of time, so I want to thank you for tuning in this week to WrestleVision. Also, a big thanks to Sik Rik for coming in and offering his advice. Hopefully, you fans out in WrestleVision land will be able to take his advice and put it to good use. But before we go, I've got a question, Rick. Maybe you can help me out. Got a headache. Doesn't seem to go away. What do you suggest I do?
Take 2 aspirin.
Orally?
It's not a suppository.
Oh, that's a relief. Okay. I think Cupcake's got some aspirin in his desk.
What you really need is some rest.